fellow televiewers, una welcome for another episode, for a late episode of the No Conny Talk Show. This one is a special edition where it be meant for handle the 20th May when at the day for national resistance against Cameroon rule by the people of the British Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Na me una host Capo Daniel Lukong, Ambazonian FBI, Sense Pass King, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces and the Anti-Kidnapping Czar. I don't come again for give this presentation will be titled Dr. John Gu Foncha Testify. This particular episode it will focus on the public testimony given to the Ambazonian people by our Prime Minister, the last Prime Minister for Southern Cameroon will be given the mandate by our people, John Gu Foncha. Will all be highly welcome. As our tradition for this show today, we will start by playing some song where we will welcome all man for house, and then we will go straight into our presentation after that song. Una come good as salute una. Revolutionary greetings for una for all side way una day. The one that they watch me for ground zero as salute una, and the one way that they watch me for inside Ambazonia for our IDP them as salute una. I take time for look at the music we go play for una. So make man, worry, shake, day.
Why me I like you people hate you? Since where you be promise me say you add my other leg. Why political got a stay? My country where Jesus Christ we don't fix him. He was born in Maningoba. Nyarso.
It look like we get some technical difficulties. Okay. What is happening? Okay, I'll be very sorry. We get some technical problem today. So now, excuse me. It look like our hackers of La Republic they will continue to try to hack our system. Make I just shut down this loophole way they for here. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will play one song for welcome all our televiewers who did watch it for ACN and those who did there for YouTube and those who did watch it for Facebook for the Facebook page of our ACN as well. So, I take time for look the music where I go play them. May go welcome all man. I go play another one for this our musician where they call it Santiman Moto. Now, a musician where there for inside Victoria.
Why me I like you people hate you?
So all man be welcome.
Since where you
Be welcome.
promise me say you
I want to
add
take
my
time
other
for
leg.
salute una all.
Why political got a stay? My country where Jesus Christ we don't fix him. He was born in Maningoba. Nyarso. Jesus is Christ. And Christ is Lord.
So welcome fellow Ambazonians. I want to welcome all now for this TV. All people where they don't open their door for welcome we. I want to salute una for Manu, for Nzian, for Meme, for Paco, for Nkokitunja, for Ndonga Mantung, for Bui, for Mezam. I want to throw una salute or una come good for welcome for the show. I see people where they online for throw a salute for Jack Ethan Eli where they watch for YouTube. I go also want to salute the one that they watch for
Wait and sauté. Them say Amanda don't bole. Who say? Back up. Papa Mbia, you be say now you go fix the country super.
So, my fellow country people, them, una be highly welcome. I want to salute una again once more, and to give una salute to our people waiting there for UAE, one day for Dubai. I want to salute una, and I want to salute our people for diaspora where they be highly organized, the Mandelas. I want to give una a special salute, and to salute our people then for USA in particular, for Germany, UK, all the diaspora where they fuel this revolution. I want to salute them very, very well. We'll get a lot of things them for handle them today. Everything it go fine. We'll win very, very fatly, and we'll be very happy for the meeting we'll get them from ground zero leadership, both the military and the transitional authority for the various states and way that be set up. It be very, very good. So all na be well.
Abeg, una leave me man now. Time where we there for put one together, mo help that one repe for a 2D. Another one the way they be done damedo and ashuakabat kankan kaskapi for marketing board. Alubasa, aluminium, butter. They know where they don't motor. They don't see say belero less. Now that one go come. Je vous être bien votre président. Where are mommy? Move.
Sentiment Motor. That's a powerful one from Sentiment Motor, one of our street musicians. The way he did for inside the great city, the coastal city of Victoria. I want for Salodi, and would still find in number. Any man we know Sentiment Motor, when I give him a number, maybe throw away small color for encourage you for that good work where he did do up. I think say the first time I enter for inside Victoria, I be that meet up you for the way he sings song. Very, very nice, very talented boy, very person with either like these reggae people the way you see them for Jamaica where they do sing, then do them for quarter. Life be very good for them. Then they inside Hakuna Matata mode all the time. So, ladies and gentlemen, wanna be welcome. This one na an episode where it will be scheduled for air for maybe we run them for the 20th May, the day of national mourning. We will mourn the day where our people they will be subjugated finally for La Republic. This theme for this year na resistance. So we resist La Republic rule over our territory. We resist La Republic occupation over our territory. I don't come for una today. For can give una the public testimony of Foncha, the last elected leader, executive of the Southern Cameroon Territory, Ambazonia. Now, a very powerful testimony. It be very important. Make we know the history. Make we embed them into our mind. Which way our leader to be taught. Unfortunately, because of time, we will do them very, very fast. There are just so many material I need to bring up for now, including the whole story behind the La Republic aircraft way it be hang for their runway for inside their country. I go take the time for see welcome Emmanuel, where they see and where they online for Facebook. I see Bensla, they online also Konka Nko, they offline Fred Fon, a song where they online as well, and many other people want to be called their name. I want to salute our people there for Tico, where they wash we all time, and for salute all across our national territory as we get into this one. For salute one for Moyoka as well, Captain Small picking a salute una, as Troy salute for network, as salute all our soldiers the way they day for ground, and the one them where they day for battle today, because some battle that they go on today. I want for salute una. All man it come good. So, ladies and gentlemen, this one na the No Conny Talk Show, as una know already. That means me, Mr. No Conny, would therefore tell una the truth and nothing but the truth. Would therefore do research na a responsibility we would not take them. So we go be very honest for una at all time. We go to hold the leader and responsible for anything we did they talk am, make them make sure so they fit do am. Now our job that we run decide for take am for this struggle, and we will continue for the do am faithfully without fear and favor. So una fit count on we for those things then. Today, we would want start by first of all congratulating the people them for inside Meta people them for Bengui. Meta don't always get a history. Say most of their people them now one the way Paul Biya be done catch them, put them for inside that CPD and port. But we'll be very happy say that I'm begin to show the signs. Say Meta now the first smartest people where they will be number one no conny audience them and where they do good for Ambazonia. We'll be here say the Splinter IG group through one of their operative we turn out for being a bandi, a thief man, a scammer, we did for ground zero, we named Harrison. If you do wake up send an audio message, only an audio. Person where no man no know a face. Anonymous person is send an audio, say me them be a lockdown, 10-day lockdown for inside Bengui. Inside the whole of Meta, from Bome, go up for Nyan, come for Bengui Center. All place it be locked down completely. Some soldier them for they then go block road also. We don't see say some case come away one woman in Bikini die for house, they no fit carry and go for mortuary. We would also get case and way people they complain. Say cops the way them bring them from La Republic right from Yaoundé, they can't tight for Bamenda because they know if he pass through Bengui Road. So one then take motor go right through Nchang. Long side because of all that inconvenience. For waiting for nothing. For nothing. They not achieve anything. Not just for show power, not just for help. Na La Republic, they be happy. They be not the happiest people inside Meta. So we'll be challenged that Mr. Harrison will release the audio for outside the soldier them will contact the soldier them. I ask them say why wanna block that road? They don't know them why. They say na message talk say na wuna who. They say na wuna leadership for diaspora. I say which leadership for diaspora? So now see sometimes our boys them for ground, some of them way them be independent, some of them way they just they follow ideology because they hear for group for some their countermand way they tell them me they do them. They really need for update with the revolutionary education for no way to follow, way to not for follow. I want to thank those soldiers for open the bracket, they blockade them after I be discussed with them, and for the people them for Bengui for get the courage for start back their normal life and will be very happy. Say na a good trend that way they don't set them for Ambazonia. So I want to thank them for because of that one. When I see people they be the commodity for Bengui, work our food go right for a lab come before then take Ben Sikin for enter inside Bamenda. The people they don't suffer all this suffer for nothing. Lockdown we're supposed to use lockdown. Now like when we want stop La Republic their activity where they do on like 20th May, 11th February, all those type of things that it be reasonable. You know, if you do because say one lockdown the whole city, cripple people their life, make them pay a price when you just want show na power. For sure say yes, you una dey for ground, una no dey for ground. All man knows it for inside Meta, the biggest force within at the ADF brigade where they under the command of late Idi Amin Dada. Another one call is second in command in name because the War Council over here released that information publicly. And the other forces then they for they not only ADF, you get other forces then for they about 4 different groups then they for they who need all they need for collaborate, they need for wise, they need to put their citizens them first when they get the type of nonsense order them from diaspora. So we go leave that one. We go straight for inside La Republic where big scandal don't come out. When I remember the time where the Human Rights Watch if it make complaint for the IMF, for the international community, say La Republic it take money where they give me the fight COVID-19. A pandemic where it put the whole war at risk. Say La Republic official they take that money they chopper. Hospital they no be get protective gear them, even gloves, even face mask, cheap things them. Some of those equipment the way they be given for them free when a China began deliver them for them. It no be available for hospital. The Human Rights Watch would want thank them for that good job for raise the alarm, for push the palava sute Mr. Tanganji Paul and their communication minister they be talk say Amnesty International it then a witch hunt. It did work a follow La Republic for nothing. But now we don't see say the whole thing it don't be exposed. Wait to wait happen I say the Amnesty International after La Republic be talk say they make no noise. Then go lobby the IMF through their international partners. The IMF talk now say if Pobia directly himself, he no take responsibility for proof transparency for wetin wey dem do with the money wey the IMF e donate am for them. Over $182 million. If you divide that money for all the people for that, so the Cameroons, you divide that money for the all man go get at least all citizens of that country not less than 300,000. Not less than 300,000 CFR. Imagine the amount of money we then give that country. Say me then take them for help for fight against COVID-19. They be supposed to take that money, buy gloves, buy protective gear, buy the medicine where they use them for test person whether they get coronavirus or not. But wait till it happen. Na scandal. I go play part of some video then way La Republique, their own media them, they ran do am, make una see am. And I go tell una exactly how it happen, self say, make this audit it happen. Now wait it happen, because La Republique no be country where they fit audit themselves. So I will tell una wait it happen, make I put the video for you.
Dossier sulfureux qui secoue tout le ministère de la Santé publique.
So, ladies and gentlemen, why then do this audit? Now because na Paul Biya himself is signed book. Say me them audit talk wait way happen, how them spend the money for COVID-19. He give order within 72 hours, me them produce either report. They make that report na 22 page. Before the one send them for you, then leaks one for international media. Now way the whole thing down come off outside, all man down see their nyas. And Paul Biya, be order this investigation, this audit, because he like him. The reason why Paul Biya he order this audit, now because say the IMF talk for Paul Biya, say they no go release any single dollar for any project or for any loan to La Republique du Cameroon without an audit for the money for the COVID-19. Now that two linkage where the IMF, he take that decision. Where Paul Biya say their country they collapse money no day, it be forced for order this audit. And before the audit it won't come for ye, they run leak come for outside, make all man see the thing way it happen for La Republique du Cameroon. When I hear from this presentation,
de fonds et irrégularités s'étendent à tous les districts de santé du pays, avec la distraction de la rémunération des personnels sanitaires affectés au Covid et autres abus dans la répartition des fonds pour la sensibilisation communautaire. Loin d'être exhaustive, les malversations ont touché les 750 millions de francs CFA affectés à la gestion de la mise en quarantaine des premiers voyageurs covidés arrivés au Cameroun en tout début de la pandémie. Des centaines d'entre eux n'ont pas été convenablement pris en charge.
So, my country people them, they talk say the money where they get for La Republique, it be been for do all things, including public sensitization, for inform people them about what way they happen, for educate people, all those program them. Now money where international community get for La Republique. That means that country be so useless. Where they no budget, they no get money for even go out there for sensitize their own people. We do sensitization for year for free. We don't make videos, audios for help our people make them understand what to be COVID-19. For La Republique, now the international community gather money over 382 million US dollar. Give for them. So we take and fight COVID-19. We buy medicine, we buy A, B, C, D. And the things in this way that I'm sure for now, when I be see where they come. Now the thing in this, now bucket in this way they go buy for millions. This money, if you divide them, you fit share them for all Cameroonians. All man go get not less than 300,000. When I check say this thing where they get for now, if they give you 300,000, you protect yourself for COVID-19. Now the kind thing in this way you go buy and bucket them. Now the kind thing that way government go buy them. They want to show now say anything where La Republique take them, it get for now. Make man no appreciate them. Now gosh, imagine the amount of money where they don't pocket them. Imagine the amount of money where they don't pocket them. Then chop all that money. According to the audit, out of 382 million US dollar, then chop 338. Then chop 338. These people wicked. For their own people self. When I hear the report, I will explain about the Egyptian language.
Prévu. Épique du scandale dans ce dossier, Les propriétaires des hôtels réquisitionnés en son temps réclament encore 53 millions de francs CFA.
Even hotel them, when I remember time when the COVID-19 start, they say they block border them. They say they don't pay hotel for people, diaspora, the way they come back, me them go for go quarantine. The people then come out, them be stranded for road. Even hotel them, they give them check. They can't cash check for millions and millions of dollars. Send them money for pay hotel for those people. The way no man no be ever go hotel, no man no ever provide them food. Their friend, the joker right, say we get hotel. So and so amount of room then they for the hotel, then give them money, then take that money, then share them. Now in that way they go. No be only one man he chop that money. No be only one man. Now list this. Ma bring on a list. Now list this way then share them. No do one na document where they ngo. He write them for justify that money where they ran chop them. I get a list. Ma look up the list. It look like I never put it up for Insta computer. So you need to show for the. He showed the list for all minister. That means they say for minister, okay, they now list this today for here. Now cash this way minister then give for minister their hand. That means they take the money, either for screen. I don't know whether the screen it worry. It worry. But now this my back. When I see a tanganji pour there for all their minister them. So one they give for them how much million? 6 billion CFR. 3 billion CFR. Then give for them free money. Say for Ministry of Education, when I take and go fight COVID-19, they take that money, put our pocket. They get our Minister of Finance, they take and put our pocket. They get our Minister of this one, they take and put our pocket. Then share that money amongst them. Crooks. These people are not thieves. Then take that money, share them all amongst them.
Les enquêtes tant souhaitées ont finalement eu lieu. Et les détournements révélés à Mondovision, des petites et grosses têtes, pourraient donc tomber d'ici là.
So the talk says people that go punish now who left who. Where all them native people, them put them for them and say me them thief. This country they promote native people. Probably they select native and stupid door people where then now if answer say yes sir for begin do that corruption because now a new colonialist system where France we put them for they me begin to help them me them begin chop money. Now chop money I chop and chop. Then chop their own, France chop their own. Una remember minister the way they do bad work now way they promote them. The Franklin Jume them door people now way they promote Atanji Paul. Why they can't talk say there was no Anglophone problem? He's willing to kill his own people. Now the one the way they promote them. Una remember the tractor the way they go hire them from India. This same minister then they take and share them. One the way they not get farm. They carry those equipment the way we be meant for help farmer them cultivate in a modernized way where you go increase production, produce more food, give more exploitation on mango they find, then take that equipment and put them with the house. The next day then promote them about promoter. So ye the poor behind na the thief man na the kind na the administration they reflect a character, a personal character. And the only reason where this information and they for outside today, not be because say he fight corruption, but not because he go and go take more money. I guarantee you now they no go put no man for prison unless na man way we get problem with ye. Now say they. So according to the information where he did for that document, the IMF it be grants 382 million US dollar. Divide that money for that citizens of that country. See how much one man forget them. If they be saying they share another way. For the audit, it shows say $338 million loss through misappropriation and mismanagement. Una hear? The money them, how they chop the money for 4 different ways. One, money awarded. I do a part of the document. I take this one from inside that document for the 22 pages. They say money awarded to contracts on questionable grounds. That means then they give award money for contract where you never go through no scrutiny. It be very suspicious way. Money transferred to falsified account. That means say company if you can submit document, say or some hospital if you can submit document, say they need money for buy equipment, then that minister them, they will take that company name, go create fake bank account, go create real bank account, put that company name for day. Then when they don't disburse the money, it go now for their bank, not be for that company bank. I say they chop part of that money. Another way where they chop and I say, then choose the most expensive provider for get this coronavirus test. According to this information, the test kit will be supposed to cost now 7,000, then buy them close to 70,000. More than 100,000, more than 10, how if you call them? 10,000 times the price. 100 times the price, sorry. See how they spend money? Wait, me say they not actually buy them now for that price. Then go see now people they sell, they test them, then bribe them, or they surely pay some person where go act like contractor, give you that money, he chop them, they go share them and know how they work for that country. Then the worst part where they chop embezzle that money, and say, then do repackage of donated item as purchased item. Oh, Jesus. This one now money for blood. That means say the whole war will be at stake. All man the fear, all country then be locked down. The international community, they don't carry money, say me then go fight coronavirus. They take and chop over 90-something% of that money. Repackaging. That means they go take goods the way the international community get and send a donation. They go repackage them. Send and not send a part for goods the way they don't buy them. All this money it lost now for two departments. The so-called their Ministry of Health and their Ministry of Scientific Research and Innovation. This one now the most important department them where this guarantee some standard of health care for the citizens them. How can a ministry where is supposed to involve now people the way they get high ethics, where they get a doctor them, professional them, now the way all this thief go pass through their hand. When now them all this thief go pass through their hand. So they don't give the reason like that when I see how that country is there. What good can come out of a country like this? This one are the worst corruption for the whole war. They not chop na 10%. Then chop they chop 90-something% of the money, it don't go for nothing. 90-something% of that money, it don't go for nothing. My country people. Na la République du Cameroun na ida. Na la République du Cameroun na ida. As they talk, the mad king, he want follow the footstep where the French government he done they do across Africa. So when a president he finish chop, when I bring na a Pekin go can continue na a monarchy because the people them for that country na all the na zamzam them, na mutong them all. I be talk say even a reng bia if he rule that country for a grave. Say even a poor a woman. Brenda Bia, the female key president, and they will have nothing to do because they have been all turned into cowards. Cowards who value small crumbs than freedom. Terrible. So we don't get information. Say Frank Bia, they be prepared now for takeover. Now material in this preparation, we don't get they don't leak them for we. They prepare a campaign. So it be official. Say Frank Bia will be now the next president for la République du Cameroun. Even though they talk say Muhammadu Ahijo, when Ahijo Pekin, he don't start begin rally people them Yaoundé. Me them fight against Frank Bia appointment by France as the next president of la République du Cameroun. And they talk say now why the way it is slow their so-called rewriting of their constitution. Say now Frank Bia will bring other new constitution together. According to intelligence, what they get them from Yaoundé, the French government, they don't take people then go down for France. High senior military officer them for prepare them, meet and come help Frank Bia for take over. All of them exclusively for two tribes, two villages, Beti and Ewondo. Beti, la République du Beti and Ewondo. They don't prepare them already. So Ambazonian, there is no hope in La Republic. It is a shit hole. Now a black hole where we go continue to suck us until we fight and set ourselves free from this country. Unfortunately, due to time, we will not give una detail for all these things and many other things, including the analysis for the plain wood and for La Republic. Investigation, they show say they get some scheme with Equatorial Guinea, where they even use fake planes, people plane the way they don't pack them, but the way they need to use them again for transport people them for day. It bad. That country is bad. There is no hope. No be two way you want to associate yourself with in any shape or form. We need to fight hard. We need to prepare for the takeover. I know say we get plenty soldiers at the ground, plenty group at the ground, and Dr. Cho Ayaba instruction for me na say may we bring all the forces that meet and collaborate. The War Council to instruction and the same thing. May we bring all the troops and for collaborate for join for that plan because it be very very important. As important it be for we for knock ekelebe jam them, we will need to be capable for bring law and order for an entire city like Bamenda or Boya for the start only after the takeover. Because if La Republic withdraw today for our territory, now which people how if we do manage law and order, if we set up roadblocks, set security for protect our own government in this type of manner with many groups? Yes, we can. We have been preparing for that. We are ready for that. That is why you have the commando. That is why you have the structure that we have. We are ready to take over, to protect, to defend, and give a chance and create conditions necessary for our people to elect a democratic government to rule them. A government for the people, by the people, and for the people. We are ready. So it be crucial. Say make all forces them. Then collaborate with the mother base, the mother force, the Ambazonia Defense Forces. Then work hand in hand with General Efang. All the forces then fit testify with our ability and our continuous support, even without making social media noise, providing with them technicians, providing with them materials, weaponry, and name the rest. Now for ground where we talk, maybe only for social media. We know for ground. That time for we come together for make sure we prepare. So ladies and gentlemen, I will take una now for inside our presentation for today. They be titled John Foncha Testify. With this struggle, we will then talk about the 20th May, we will be at the day where La Republic need a coffin for recolonize our territory by changing the constitution where it impose them upon we illegally into a unitary state. That state, it will mean say the Southern Cameroon administration, it will just be wiped out completely. May we bring Dr. John Foncha, where we been at the Prime Minister elected by the people of Southern Cameroon, make it come for can testify for now through a video interview where it be done level. Some people they don't watch them, but this time you go watch them through the eyes of Mr. No Connie. So for the first excerpt, Dr. John Foncha he talked about how Amadou Ahidjo, the president of French Cameroon, dismantled systematically the entire structure of our administration under the leadership of John Foncha in his watch.
So Cameroon, Southern Cameroon was tinning coffee, and this coffee was of standard to merit exportation, and as a matter of fact, a good part of it was being exported. In the name of label, the name of Southern Cameroon CDC, tea was the same. Ahidjo saw to it that the Santa Coffee Estate was abolished, and so there was no other means of the Southern Cameroon, you see, running, getting its own independent income. So all the income, we must look to Yaoundé as the only father of the federation to do everything. And now, the Prime Minister of the Southern Cameroon was going to be left with no duty. So he has to abolish it.
So when I hear Amadou Ahidjo, for the sole purpose for take control and make our Prime Minister a be useless, abolish a coffee where at that time Southern Cameroon be do export and home consumption. Home consumption will be to drink coffee and tea produced by our own. Will be to get into the British man way of life, the assimilated style way of life. But nevertheless, it was exportation. It was bringing huge revenue. It was generating petit farmers that support their family, a source of employment to our people. For the sake of taking over our territory and making our administration useless, they decide to abolish it.
Exportation. And as a matter of fact, a good part of it was being exported. In the name of label, in the name of Southern Cameroon, CDC. Tea was the same. I saw to it that the Santa Coffee Estate was abolished.
So a government, a foreign leader, abolish an estate for a tea estate, a coffee estate. Just abolish it like that because you want the other people to be poor. How evil are these people? It's something that they could benefit from. Now money way nobody touch them for any way. You just hate people then say me they no succeed. Ahijo abolish La République du Cameroun abolish our tea estate and our coffee estate. Make I bring the other excerpt. Make una hear the testimony for way to way this La République du Cameroun then do am for we. It be very critical. Make we understand. We hear the testimony for Foncha itself.
First, the Cameroon Bank, which had outgrown other banks in La République, was the source of income by people from Douala, Kongsamba, and all these other places who want money for trading. Before that time, before 1970 something, before 1970 something, no bank in La République could borrow money, give a loan up to 1 million. If you want a loan up to beyond the 500,000, you have to fly to France. Only France will approve it.
So this one it really be very sad. I know I asked Jongu Foncha, say, what were you doing? What did you do? Why did you not buy weapons? How would I allow a foreign government, a bank where they do well, it help its own citizens them? Because from which way Jongu Foncha they talk, the cap for borrow money for La République it will be too low. So the banks them for Southern Cameroon it be prosper. They provide loans for Douala business people them. Dr. Jongu Foncha as the Prime Minister Ishidong, the President for another way he represent the Federal Republic and I see the head for the other country. He can't say he abolish them. And Ishidong quiet.
But the Cameroon Bank had risen to loan money to 5 million. So traders in Douala and along the Mango and furthermore were able to get enough loan. That was not so good for Aejo. That was why then everything, Southern Cameroon must fall.
So una the year, the prosperity, our prosperity was not so good for Aejo. He did not like us to prosper. So because we are prospering, Aejo says Southern Cameroon must fall. Hey, they will fall. And you Foncha, una generation, una sabi say Aejo di do ana because he want me una fall. They una do shidon una. Everything they do una do shidon. There was nothing you can do as a Prime Minister, the head of another government. And in this video, there is a big revolution with Foncha Gian for day regarding the draft constitution where they began making between Southern Cameroon and La République. We now hear And that one be important in particularly for those who they make the argument. Say, even though nobody signed a union treaty, one of the way two territories they fit get together na through a constitutional union. Jongu Foncha go talk for years there was no agreement like a constitutional agreement. Because if there was that agreement, it could have safeguarded their power. But Ahijo refused to sign it. So there was no agreement that was signed. Maybe we're going to continue to listen at the end of this video, this particular one, except when I go here.
We organized the development agency to give loans to farmers and so on to businessmen. And more so, Nanga company was rising up to compete to other companies, the French company. And had in fact built the Prime Minister's office in the southern Cameroon out of a mere 45 million francs at that time. But a building like that could have cost no less than 150 million. But using the English way of economy and way of organizing labor, Nanga company was able to do it for 45 million.
So now here, efficiency. The company, the way they be there for a site, because of lack, they not be do corruption, then be efficient. Now here they come abolish them.
I was a slap on the face of the Republic of Cameroon. It was an indication that the British were going to abolish or more or less lessen the amount of bribes and the money they get from the contracts.
So, because the Nanga company, he go take contract for 32 million. He do work for build our Prime Minister Lodge for inside our capital for Boya. La Republique see and listen a slap for a face. Because normally that kind of project is supposed to do like 140 something million. Then bill them with a fraction of that money. So I usually fear. So this type of British people, their way of doing things with proper management, it go make them they need to get their job money where they used to get them for contract them. Then decide for closer. I wanna remember Nanga, Pa Nanga. Now the same person where Achoe, some people they talk say Achoe na good La Republic governor. Now he be catch Pa Nanga bring Janande for Kutaba. They catch Pa Nanga with most of our elite them go to for Fish Point. For Bamenda go beat them where. Now he be start Kale. The same generation they turn for love their enemy. They turn for love the one way. Now he can bring them like slaves. Oh, my country people. This kind of one who go talk so witty. They say me they need to criticize man way don't go. But some particular part there for you will be so important. The constitutional draft. There existed a draft constitution that was made, that we have heard about it. That draft constitution, which some journalists and CPDM people in La Republic in their commentary will say that there was an agreement and there was a constitutional. Jongu Foncha here will clearly state it in front of everybody, public testimony, that draft constitution was never signed. I don't know why in this particular video they have removed that part, but part of his statement that is very revealing is in this excerpt. So listen.
And so everything was by not signing the draft constitution, everything fell in the hands of Ahijo.
So Nanaye, by not signing the draft constitution, we both Cameroon they be discussing about Fumban. All power belongs to Ahijo. All power they be for you. So Jongu Foncha, you be the act now waiting. Una no yet you get any agreement. Yet you dey allow a foreign head of state for dictate, for destroy una economy, where you know say their intention are just for destruction. Nothing that way be happen for we because of that 20th May. We la Republic the one be carry we say we system we go separate them. Talking about even our education system. We na one of the most crucial part where they be done work for be them hard. It no be spared. It no be spared.
I was charged with the president or national president or chairman of the Higher National Council for Education. And I held that post up till the time I left, or before the time I left. I had talked so much about technical education that in the end a good subsidy from the United States President, I think President Agnew, gave $10 million. That was a big sum of money at that time for technical education. And I told Ayejo that I would like the Southern Cameroon to benefit from that 10 million by raising the technical college of Ombe to a higher technical college and institute as at the beginning one in Bamenda. But Ayejo spent all that money on his own side. Instead, I never knew that that was his ways of doing things. Instead, it is centralized, about it downgraded the Ombe Trade Center Technical College to the grade of his own cap. All the heavy equipment left by the British were looted.
Where? So thief man they can't thief for your house, you see and you go. La Republic na thief. So they can't carry all equipment. The one says it don't wake me. It don't wake me for the talkam. They come for inside school. The school way Foncha na a visionary. Na man we get the heart for people, but it be naive. It be naive. Security na the first thing for this ground. You get money, you must secure them. You get country like that, you must buy gun. Even for the street for London, the street for UK, for America, it be protected by guns. Where? We will do how? La Republic una di here, then come for inside school, where they try for upgrade them, where they don't get free money for upgrade them. Then go ask and say, upgrade that school for we. They instead come by that school, downgrade them, carry all their calculator for they go down. That one no na kosh, na kosh, na kosh, na kosh. Na insult for we as a people. Na insult for we as a people. That somebody will do this to us. As a people, as a state. Wickedness. Broad daylight wickedness. It's not like they were hiding it. No. We asked for upgrade because they have free money. They downgrade. And they took from us what the little we had. They take it away from us. You're not here.
Everything was run. And then he transferred all the British trained teachers there. He transferred them to teach secondary school. Then I had sent.
So even the teacher, the way they be there for school, they want upgrade and they transfer them. Me then go begin teaching inside La Republic for teach English for secondary school. That means even the staff then bring them down. Well, they say he did that. He's telling a woman, we don't become a woman for quarter. He can woman for quarter. Boy, they don't hold them by force. Do the way they want to do for ski. Josh doi. Hey, then did this to us. Then did this to us. Then did this. And then the year wait to where we do am Foncha. And then the year wait to where we do am. Now which can balog this? That means a leader of a country, another foreign leader could come for your country where you never get agreement with you, with us. They will downgrade our educational system, take away the teachers, send them to a lower school, carry the equipment that belongs to us, and we don't do anything. We sit down, and some people come that they want to represent La Republique, and they allow these people to make us as youth to carry their flag and sing their anthem on the 20th May. You people allow this thing to happen to us. I regret, Jesus Christ, how as a young man, I carried my school bag, my uniform, cleaned myself, go to work like a shame, like a stupid idiot, marching for 20th May, calling it National Day, a day that gave Aijo. Aijo took over everything from us, stripped us naked. They treated us like worse than a slave.
To the state of Wisconsin, 12 teachers to study a few years for the industrial subjects in both primary school and the new colleges which might be built. Then these finished their qualification and came back about 1966. Not one of them was posted in Limbe, so they were made to teach English in other schools, and nothing was mentioned about technical education, and so on. So the University of Caste, Technical University of Caste, which was to be built, which was one of those which was to be built alongside with the University of Yaoundé. We couldn't get teachers in those days, we couldn't get funds in those days. And the United States sponsored the Peace Corps and the principal who opened the pre-university of caste in the form of higher secondary school. It grew so rapidly and got the CDC at very good rate. Their successes in the GCE advanced, especially their scientific knowledge, was high. Aijo and the rest, detected that and started dwarfing them in the Polytechnic of Yaoundé. So much that by 1985, the number of English students who left caste and entered with very great difficulty were only 10. All those who were entered there found the condition either so bad that they managed to leave, or those which remained. Out of the whole time since 85, only 10 out of 400 who have graduated in the Polytechnic School of Yaoundé.
So when I see how wicked, demonic, and evil the Cameroon government is, they will look in our side. Schools are being developed, educational science and technology being developed, our technical research centers developing so fast that they were increasing the output of the CDC, an institution that was sending money to that same country. Then decide say it not be good enough, say me this type of good things that happen for we. Slaves where they need for strip away our name. Slaves where they need for beat us like they be beat Kunta Kinte. Take away your pride in front of your children. Take away your pride in front of your women. Take away who you are. take away your history, take away your names. They carried everything to La Republique. They carried everything. And our leaders and their generation.
So I noted that Aidjo wanted to dwarf Southern Cameroon as far as School of Technology was concerned. And later on, when he decided to decentralize the University of Yaoundé, he left the University of Caste, not mentioned. He later on proposed a university for Buea. And you know how long that took. He put the name after he had been approached. I've asked him, he proposed that one. Now he didn't want to do anything with caste in order to keep the northwest and southwest, you see, divided. So he proposed a university a university with no anything. Probably it was going to be a university of culture. He later on made it a translation bureau, as we call it. How could a whole university be for translation? And so it was built. Those buildings were with equipment, with no equipment, and with a number of teachers. What were they teaching? About less than 100 students were there for a whole university. It was recently when Paul Biya found me trying to raise so much objection for rejecting the Southern Cameroonian in the technical education, technical university of Douala. When he started trying to allow very few to enter, very few English-speaking Cameroonians to enter. Otherwise, they wanted to dwarf Southern Cameroon from any technical rising. They had found our scientific knowledge high, our secondary school organization high. They want to abolish the GCE in 85. When I stepped in, and they brutalized our students. When I stepped in to quarrel with Paul Biya, they brutalized the students. I took them to task in the Central Committee meeting. And then the only persons who could support me was the late Dr. Fonlong and Professor Ngu. And they made it clear. And during that time too, after our students were brutalized, I summoned a meeting of Ndele, Muna, Egbe, and myself to meet in Yaoundé and then discuss the matter with the president. The day I arrived, I flew to Yaoundé. None of them appeared. They were still my opponent. Ndele did not come, Muna did not come. And so that failed. And I wrote to I wrote to Paul Biya asking him that he wants to discipline our sons and daughters out of our own intervention. I asked him whether he would be able to do that.
So, when I hear my country people, wait till it happen. This one, it passed me, it broke my heart, wasted for even talk, they are a bit speechless. Now, here how they talk, the reason why they be even open university for Boya. Now, because they want to divide us. between me being northwest, southwest, for maintain that divide. It never been for make them like a full-fledged university. When I see how they want to take away our scientific innovation, our scientific knowledge, by discouraging us not for taking a technical school like it's a useless thing. They did all those things and our people were quiet. When Foncha want to intervene, he called meeting, called Endele, called Muna. Now only two people then support it. Fonlong. Only Fonlong they support it for it. Muna and Endele, they did not come for a meeting to go and defend students. When I write their name down, that name Endele, Muna, when I write them for down. These things be very hard to swallow. Which type of any person in the world will allow these things to happen to them? What generation will allow these things to happen to them? Your own boys inside your own infighting. Now infighting now, that's infighting. So there are two more excerpts. I'll bring the two more excerpts. There are two more excerpts. I don't know why the computer they froze. But this one, it be very, now just heartbreak, you know. So,
one of the next project which we had was lottery. I sent a team to Israel to train for lottery. They came and established a rapidly growing lottery, and we were getting the money now to build hospital and clinics. Ahijo didn't want the people of his own section to patronize our lottery. The Prime Minister, Sali was a Prime Minister. I negotiated with him, but Ahijo did not agree. That people of the same country. Now I said we were going to share the profits. Ahijo did not agree. Then after 1970, then he transferred it. It became central.
So when I see Dr. Jongu Foncha, a visionary, gather people them, send them for abroad, not before go remain for the begin chop money, but for go study how to do lottery system for Israel. Then come back, start a good lottery system where they generate money, make it be hospitals and all this type of social amenities and healthcare amenities. Now the same thing where they do one for all over the world. For Hong Kong here, the betting club, they call it Hong Kong Jockey Club, their lottery system. Now they fund most of these things when I say for Wyman country, these parks, amusement places, healthcare and taking care of old people and all those things that it be generated from money from gambling. So Foncha open up for our side. La Republic then deny me the no act me no me the no begin sell ticket for their side. Even when it proposed that they go share the income, then deny. Eventually, La Republic arrest them, bring them for their side, take a nation at their own. They use them for their own way. Who say they can end up being corrupt, the corrupt people that run destroy all. Because anything they do them from like a thief, you know, they ever end well. Today in Paris, the French people they don't come, but they can't collect that money. So then deny me money no come for we. But they give that money now for France. Purposefully. Even when their so-called prime minister be accept them. Ahijo go deny. For sure now how wicked these people then be. Not only that, then start treating our administrators and our citizens like subordinates, like people the way them be below them. Whoa.
And in the practice of Francophone, and then not French, as we may say, if you are assistant to any post in Yaoundé, you are just there either to get your money and do what the president say, or you might as well resign. Money to keep people post was not their difficult. It was obedient to their party and keep as a subordinate. And with us, that was not possible. We were not running that much. So he had to get a new set of people, you see, who had to toe his line of action. I found myself, you see, incapable of doing things in a very awkward way, in obedience to the head of state. Because I insisted that anything that I do should reflect my own mentality.
Well,
and everything that...
Una see how they take people, they make them be useless. Destruction of ethics, destruction of our way of life, our sense of responsibility. The time where we remember those people, they become can check toilet, they will do all their jobs. Police, they will carry out investigation, collect evidence. They start carrying them, send them for Yaoundé. They don't want me to do anything. They should don't chop money unless you want begin obey. And when they realize them, say Foncha and the administration them for Southern Cameroon, they be being as honest people the way they be dedicated for public service. What do they do? They start look people them where they fit to store the line. Useless people them, they take their enough put them give them chance. No doubt, Atanganji Paul na minister for that country. They don't give you the highest position where they ever give for a so-called Anglophone. For showing that the kind people in that way they're supposed to promote them. No doubt, Njongute, where he look like gentleman, but when a wolf in sheep clothing, he can congratulate Moja, the head speaking chief, where they for Savannah State, Atlantic State. No doubt they can congratulate you with shaky hand. Now even then carry me go kick football when the one play that competition for inside Victoria for provoke we. Now even they put them for front. Oh, what a very disheartening experience. My fellow country people them. The lesson we will need for Noam. Now say La Republique, the destruction of our innovative capability, the fact that they need to give loans and for our trade unions, the fact that they need to give position for their military, it not being an isolated incident or incident of incompetent or incident of corrupt officials the way they manage those departments. Now a deliberate attempt to destroy us as a people, for wipe our identity, for subjugate us for purpose of exploitation. For purpose of exploitation. These are wicked people. There is no way any human being will accept to live with somebody who is going to treat you the way La Republique is treating us. There is no way. Even a woman who is married, where you don't go for altar, then bring the Catholic doctrine, say that till death do you apart, for sickness or for worse, for whatever. If your master treat you the way La Republique treat we, you know fish don't for that. Even your papa do tell say can't shoot down for the compound die. Can't separate that marriage. The Bible says do not be equally yoked with evil people. Do not be equally yoked with evil people. When you are an extraordinary person, do not associate yourself too much with ordinary people because they will kill you. You see, La Republique, they try to destroy Southern Cameroon because we are superior when it comes to intellectuality. We come from a free territory. They will be ruled by people the way they will fight against their independence. They will be ruled by killers, murderers, slave traders with francs. So they not be allow the people to develop. They will produce, give them alcohol and drug for spoil their population. Make them be fools, unable or incapable for ever rise up again for demand justice, for demand democracy. So now the kind stupid idiot and that way they can't give it for their hand. How we feel do equally yoke with them? Because our intelligence go to provoke them. They go to see we say no, we're supposed to be na so, but we try to be something we will not fit. This type of syndrome na characteristic the way it is for even human. You study about sociology. So when you do extraordinary things, them common people and lay people, they will try to bring you down because the ones who say, oh no, your level is this way, you cannot go beyond this level, you You know, because the French people they be done give way for their hand, they know say our level na slave them. So when we Jungle Foncha they do things where we develop very well, they want to keep us down. Now either way, even Una, Ambazonia and the Peninsula Republic, when you are smart, they will try to finish you. You are in the ministry, they will set you up and put you in prison. I know Una story. Una not fit talk for Una friend in English. Una need to pretend to speak in French. So that means they know so Una be na yes sir. Una obey. Una not fit call Bamenda, Una not fit call Ambazonia, Una not fit call Southern Cameroon. Because they will make Una not feel in place. That one na piece of the graveyard. Na piece of the graveyard. No human being should accept to live under this condition. Now, why that way? This 20th May, the theme na resistance. Resisting Cameroon rule. We never bring us anything but curse. Anything but suffering and subjugation. We must separate from La République du Cameroon. There is no way with the terrorism actions the way they carry on for our territory, say we will even think of cohabiting with these people in the same country. We cannot. What they have done to us from the beginning till today, we cannot. We have to fight our way out of this thing. We better fight forever than to be with these people for a single day. It is horrible. It is horrible. I will bring up the song for Santima Moko. Why they will disconnect me for our national TV as we don't come for the end for this particular program for today. Very, very sad and terrible. I will leave on for that note.
Why me I like you?
We will continue to resist with the ghost town, with the boycott, and with the denial of political participation. Tomorrow we will get more details of the updates for defense and many other things. Today we will get the testimony, public testimony of Dr. Jungle Foncha. God bless you. Ciao.
J'ai nommé à Ubisena, Yugu Mode this pays. Où est à sauter? Dem say Amanda Dombole. Où c'est? Papa Mbia Ubisena, Yugu fix the country super. Où est à sauter? Today na backside Monday. Ouais. Just to pop say he go make that boy that's my move. See face up papa wrinkles pogo mi lopo. I bet then you grab. Come to Moïse say na he go make my left foot balance. Il est venu Jésus-Christ le politique à gaz. Go for quoi no man no de mi village. I say go for man play, my brother they don't enter plan. I'm Moka. Now you do it. Now you do it, man. Now you do it.